Gigi Sukin with Colorado Biz Magazine. We are here at UMB Bank today, and I'm going to be talking to Richard Ziegner. He is Executive Vice President and Director of Healthcare Banking here at UMB. Hi, Richard.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Good. Nice to see you as well. What are some of the big challenges that you foresee as things shift and change in this marketplace? What still needs to be tackled, or do you foresee being potential hurdles?
Well, you know, there are certainly risks that are inherent in the industry. And the industry's changing. So when I'm looking to do business in the space, I want to find developers and contractors and operators that are very experienced in the long-term care senior housing space. I also want to do business with people that have foresight with where the market's going. And the market is changing very, very dramatically. If we look simply at the senior housing sector and we think about, or at the skilled nursing sector, and we think about what a skilled nursing facility looked like in the past, right? We think of a place that is very institutional, probably has long hallways, activity focused around a nursing station. It has 2 or even 3 people to a room. It has a large cafeteria. None of that is very consumer friendly. It's uncomfortable. It's designed for a different age and for a different type of consumer. Seniors today, that baby boom generation, just simply isn't going to accept that type of housing. They are much more consumer driven and focused on what is their needs. So today when you see a new senior housing project or skilled nursing project being built, it is typically very different, right? It's focused, you walk in the front door and it's focused around a large common space. And in that common space you'll see a physical therapy room with glass windows open for everybody to see so that they can see their neighbors doing their physical therapy and get excited about improving their own health. It may have a coffee bar. It may have a snack bar. It may have a barber shop, a beauty salon, a TV room, a library. All of that designed in a very comfortable format so that the resident feels more at home. And then when you move from that common area, people will live in pods or houses. And those houses may have 24 rooms, 24 rooms to a house or to a pod. Those rooms will all be single bed, right? So you have your own space. And then each one of those pods, each one of those houses will have its own kitchen, its own dining room, its own TV space, so that the consumer feels more at home, more comfortable, right? Much less institutional, much more of a home-like feel. There's a common rule of thumb in our business that a consumer will drive past an older institutional type facility to take their loved one to one of these newer, more modern, more comfortable kind of facilities. So certainly as a lender, as an operator, you know, you have to be aware of where the market's going and make sure that you know, those projects that you're investing in are what consumers are going to demand, right? And if we as an industry, as a society, do this correctly, we should be able to provide, you know, that baby boom generation with appropriate, comfortable, consumer-driven housing that gives them the services that they need to live as independently as they can for as long as they can.
Terrific. Outside of consumer trends, any healthcare specific trends or innovations that are lending themselves to this shift, would you say?
Well, there certainly are. There's, you know, a lot of them are driven by the Affordable Care Act, but one of the things we are seeing is that consumers are being moved out of an acute care hospital sooner than they were in the past. And that means that they are being discharged to skilled nursing facilities, to acute care rehab facilities or long-term rehab facilities. And so people, and then out of there, they're being shifted to home health, right? So people are kind of being moved down the chain, all in an attempt to whittle cost out of the system, right? It costs less to have somebody in a skilled nursing facility than it does in an acute care facility, and it costs less to have somebody in home health than it does in skilled nursing. So people are being driven kind of down that continuum of care sooner. So when we, as a bank, invest in a skilled nursing facility, we need to make sure that they can provide the appropriate level of care for those consumers. And the Affordable Care Act is forcing those skilled nursing facilities to be more cognizant of the care that they provide. And it's really being driven by the readmission penalties. So if a patient is discharged from a hospital to a skilled nursing facility and they are, for whatever reason, readmitted back to that hospital within 30 days, the hospital is going to be penalized by Medicare. So that penalty means that the hospital has to be a whole lot more concerned about the care that the skilled nursing facility is providing their former patient. So suddenly the hospital is much more vested in the service, the quality of care that that skilled nursing facility is going to provide. And soon the skilled nursing facility is also going to be penalized by Medicare. So the Affordable Care Act is really shifting the way people receive care, and the quality of care, of course, is one of the perspectives of the Affordable Care Act is that it was going to attempt to increase quality of care, and the Affordable Care Act is doing that through those penalties.
Very, very interesting. Richard, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This has been so
Well,
interesting.
I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.